We're going to get started seated in a comfortable position. A nice tall spine. You can either sit up on a pillow so your hips are a little raised. You can sit on a chair. You can even lie down. We're going to close our eyes and take a moment to just check in with yourself, arriving on your mat. We'll be doing our equal count breathing, inhaling through our nose for count of 4, pause for 1, exhale through our nose for count of 4, pause at the bottom, and we'll repeat. I'll guide us through the first few rounds, and then I'll let you go on your own. So we'll start by exhaling. Inhale through your nose. Pause at the top. And exhale through your nose. Pause at the bottom. Inhale. Pause for 1. And exhale through your nose. Pause at the bottom. Again, inhale. Feel your lungs expand. And on your exhale, allow your stomach to empty completely, ground down through your hips. Again, inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. One more time, inhale. Nice and tall. And on your exhale, allow your shoulders to draw down. Nice. And then we'll flutter our eyelids open. And now that I'm looking, I see got Chelsea arrived. Hi, Chelsea. And who else snuck in? Mike is back. Good. Okay. So we're seated. We're going to extend our right leg out. Left leg will stay bent. Let's just bend forward over our extended right leg and clasp onto your right ankle or shin. Bow your forehead down and breathe into your right hamstring for a few breaths. Just slowing down your breathing here, checking in with your body, any areas that are tight, using your breath to help relax and loosen. On your next inhale, press yourself up and switch out your legs. Left leg extends, right leg is bent. And reach towards your extended left leg. Holding forward over your left leg, you can draw your forehead towards your knee. Stretch, deep stretch in the left hamstring. Welcome, Robin. On your inhale, press yourself up and we'll extend both our legs into a nice wide V shape and begin to walk your fingertips forward, coming into a forward fold. Drop your head down, flex through your feet as you bow forward, legs out wide. Another deep stretch in your hamstrings and groin. Finding comfort in the discomfort. Continue to breathe and release. And on your inhale, press up, bring your feet together, legs straight out in front of you. We're going to bend over our extended legs, forward fold one more time. You can hold on to your ankles or your shins. Bow your forehead down and breathing into your glutes and your hamstrings, your back. Notice if you're clenching anywhere in your face or your jaw, letting that go as you continue to breathe. On your inhale, press yourself up and bring the soles of your feet together, knees bent out wide in a butterfly shape. And then just begin to fold forward over your feet. Bring your forehead down. You can hold on to your feet here. Use your elbows to help press the legs down, stretching out the inner groin, inner thighs. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, press yourself up and extend your left leg straight out. Bring your right knee and bend the knee. Place the sole of the right foot flat on the ground so the knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. Left leg is resting down on the ground. And then we're going to hook the left elbow around the front of the right knee, right shin. We're going to twist all the way over to the right. Use the right hand as a kickstand behind you. Stay up on your fingertips, find length in your spine as you lift and twist to the right. You can turn your head over your back right shoulder. Continue to press your left heel away from you. And on your inhale, you're going to grow your spine tall. And on your exhales, deepen your twist. Notice your navel in the middle of your belly button as you inhale. Expand, and on your exhale, draw the navel in. A few more breaths. And then inhale, come back to center and switch out your legs. Right leg extends long in front of you. Left leg is bent. Sole of the left foot flat on the ground. Take your right elbow, squeeze it around the front of the left knee. Twist over to the left. Use your left hand as the kickstand support. Knees towards the back left shoulder. Press through your right heel. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, deepen your twists. Nice. Inhale back to center. And then make your way onto hands and knees for tabletop position. You're going to have your hands directly under your shoulders, knees under hips. You can curl your toes under, just rock your hips from side to side. Maybe even make some circles with your hips. And then pausing in the middle. We're going to do a version of our bird dog pose. We're going to do bird dog, but we're going to add a little more movement. So for bird dog, we'll start with the right leg, extend the right leg back, point through the toes, find your balance, and then opposite arm reaches forward, left arm forward, right arm right leg back. This is bird dog, and then you're going to lift and lower the arm and leg simultaneously. As you continue to reach, lift and lower your left arm, right leg. Tap the ground and lift back up. This takes some coordination and strength. Gaze down, keep length in the back of your neck. A few more here, lift and lower. Right leg, left arm. Nice job, everyone. And then back to tabletop. We'll switch sides, left leg points back, point through the toes, engage the whole leg and glute, and then reach your right arm forward. Really reach the fingertips, gaze down, and then begin to lift and lower the leg and arm. Left leg, right arm, lifts and taps the ground and lifts back up to become parallel to the ground. Nice job, you guys. Try to even out both sides. Breathing. Once you've done the same number on the left, come back to tabletop. One more time to shake your hips from left to right. Nice, and we're gonna come into the donkey kick. So for this donkey kick, we'll start with the right leg. You're gonna keep the knee bent. You're gonna kick the right foot back and up. The knee stays bent. We're starting with the right side. You're just gonna kick that foot back and up. The sole of the foot will face the ceiling, and then you'll draw it back in to be beside your left knee, and then lift and lower. It doesn't need to tap the ground. It can actually hover the whole time. You're just gonna lift and lower. We're staying up on our hands and our left knee for our foundation. If it's too much pressure in your wrists, you can also make fists and rest on your knuckles. So do about 15 of those on the right side, and then switch and do the same thing with the left leg. Donkey kicks on the left side. You guys, and then after you've evened out the left side, we'll meet back in the tabletop position. We'll do one more pose here. This is the fire hydrant, where we'll start with the right side again, lift the right knee and shin so that it's hovering off the ground. It stays bent, and you're just gonna swing that right leg out to the side and back down. The knee stays bent. Fire hydrant. Working the outer right glute. Nice job. Do about 15 of these. And then we'll switch and do the same on the left side. Once you're finished with fire hydrant on the left side, you're going to come all the way down on your stomach. We're going to start out with cobra pose. So for cobra pose, you're going to place your palms flat beneath your shoulders, elbows bent, directed back. Your elbows are going to be pointing behind you. Resting on your palms, hands directly under your shoulders. And then you're going to just keep your legs together behind you. Point your toes. Think about your two legs become one. Really squeeze your legs together and then keep your gaze down towards the mat as you begin to peel your head and chest off the mat. You're going to use the strength of your low back to hold that pose. You're not going to put too much weight in your hands. Your hands are more there for a little, just more support, but you're using the strength of your back to lift your head and chest off the mat. Squeeze your elbows together and back and hold that for about 5 breaths if you can. So hands are beneath your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows behind you. Feel the compression in your low back and glute for cobra pose. And once you're done, you'll lower down and take a moment to rest. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. For Sphinx pose, you're going to be resting on your forearms. Legs will stay the same as they were in Cobra. Forearms parallel to one another. Elbows are directly under your shoulders. And then you're going to lift up onto your forearms here. So now your chest a lot further off the ground for Cobra. Sorry, this is not Cobra. We already did Cobra. This is Sphinx. For little sphinxes. That's a funny word. Okay, hold that for a few breaths. Press down through your palms. And then slowly lower down and take another moment to rest. And then if you'd like to try this final one, this is seal pose. So for seal pose, you're now going to extend your arms forward in front of you, and you're going to lift up your chest one more time, but this time you're pressing down through your palms and your arms extend straight in front of you parallel. If you bring your palms closer towards you, you're going to be lifting up higher, and that depends on the flexibility of your low back. So you can explore how close your hands can start to come towards you, but your arms will be lifted, and you're just pressing down through the palms, arms straight. This is seal pose. Your legs stay together behind you. A few more breaths here. Nice job. And then lower down and take a moment to rest. And then everyone's favorite, Superman, superhuman pose. So today we're going to do a version of Superwoman, Superman, superhuman pose, which involves more pulsing. So for this one, you extend your arms straight out in front of you, palms face one another, legs stay straight behind you, and then you're lifting your arms and legs simultaneously and then lowering down. Lift and lower, gaze stays down. You're not going to get too high. That's not the point. You're going to just use your strength to lift your arms and legs off the mat and then lower back down. Forehead can rest on the ground as you come down, and then lift it back up. As you lift your legs, your head comes up as well. Chest peels up. See if you can do about 10 of these. This is great for your low back as well. Palms are facing one another. Legs parallel, arms straight, legs straight, lift and lower. Once you're done, we'll take a moment to rest. That was a good one. Okay. We have more to do on our mat, but we're going to revisit those later. Let's press ourselves onto hands and knees. Tabletop, just wag your tails left and right, and then press yourself up to standing. And once you're standing, just roll out your ankles one at a time and rest on your tippy toes, ball of your foot, and just roll out your ankles in both directions, clockwise, counterclockwise, onto the front of the foot as well. And then switch feet. Make sure you do both ankles. Nice. Once you're done with your ankles, find about hip width distance with your feet. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Clasp your fingers to allow your hands to clasp. Reach your arms up. And then on your inhale, find a little more of a back bend. So lean up and back, gaze up. And then slowly come back to center. And then one more inhale, reach towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, begin to lean to the right. So arms are extended, clasp overhead, and then you begin to lean to the right. Hands are clasped together. If you want, you can flip your palms towards the ceiling as your fingers are interlaced. Continue to bend to the right, equal weight in both feet. Inhale, slowly come back to center, and same thing, exhale over to the left, side bend to the left. Arms are straight alongside your ears, stretching out the right side. Inhale back to center, one more slow little back bend here, gaze up and back. And exhale, slowly release your arms and do some shoulder circles. You can start with your right arm, nice big backward circles, loosening up your right shoulder. So we're taking the arm and making nice big circles with our right arm like a windmill. Nice big backward circles. Nice, and then rotate forward circles with that right arm. Loosening the shoulder and chest. And then we'll switch arms, same thing, left arm, big circles with the left arm going backwards. Lubricating the joints there, nice job, and then rotate forward circles. All right, go ahead and pause. Now, some of you might already know jumping jacks, but I'm not going to assume anything in this world anymore. So I'm going to explain jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are when you are standing just in a regular standing position, you're going to hop your feet out. As you do that, your arms are also going to, oh, this is hard. I've actually never explained jumping jacks. Let me start over. Okay. You're going to stand there, bring your arms overhead, and then you're going to jump your feet out. I can't even explain jumping jacks. Okay, so actually, your arms are opposite. When your legs jump out, your arms come down. And then when your legs jump together, your arms come up overhead. So jump your feet out, arms come down to tap your outer thighs. And then inhale, jump your feet together, arms straight overhead. Those are jumping jacks. You all know jumping jacks, right?
So just do the jumping jacks. Now that I've explained them terribly, try to do, if you can, 20 jumping jacks. And I don't think they're that easy, but I used to think jumping jacks were easy. Whew, these are difficult. So ideally, you're just jumping your feet out together, out together, out together. As you do that, your arms go up and down, up and down. Woo! Nice job, you guys. We've never done jumping jacks in class before. Okay, I'm done. That was hard. Okay, nice job, guys. Next up, we've got squat jumps. I told you today was going to be a challenging class because I'm channeling Bob. Blame it on Bob. So squat jumps, we're going to, for those of you who don't want to add the jump, you can just do squats where you have nice wide legs. You're going to bend your knees, squat down, hinge slightly forward at your hips, and then stand back up. You want to add the little jump to it. As you squat down, you're going to get that force to press yourself up and do a little jump as you lift back up. Then you'll squat down and then slight little jump up, squat jump. Or you just squat without the jump. And it's important that you hinge at your hips and slightly lean forward. That way you really put your booty back. You're going to get a lot more out of it. Nice job, you guys. So maybe about 5 more wherever you're at. And then we'll meet in standing. Woo. What else did I have in store for us today? Okay, next up, side lunges. So take a nice wide stance. You might turn horizontally on your mat just so that you can keep your feet on the mat. And then you really want as wide as you can go. So inch your feet out, wide as you can go. Feet are going to be parallel. Side lunges. We'll start by leaning over to the right, bend your right knee. Your left leg stays straight. Just your right knee bends as you lean over to the right. And then lift back up and then lean over to the left. Side lunge. So you're just going to lean over to the right. Right knee bends. As you bend, you're going to lean forward. Again, booty back. You really get into that lunge and then lift and over to the left. If you want, you can keep your hands at your hips. You can reach your arms forward. You can have your hands together in front of your chest. Whatever feels good. Not really about your arms here, your legs. So side lunge, left and right, booty back. Really staying in that forward hinge position the whole time. Nice job. A few more here, and then we're gonna come back to standing. Once you're done, we'll meet back in standing. And you might want to get to a wall or a chair for balance for these next ones. The first one, you'll just do heel raises, lift up onto your toes, lower back down. Lift and lower, feet hip width distance. Just lifting up onto your toes, lowering back down, build strength in your calves. If you need a little help for balance, just hover your hand over that chair or wall. Nice job. Do about 20 minimum of those. Once you're done with your toe heel raises, we'll do our leg lifts. Let's start with side leg lifts to the right. You're going to swing that right leg out to the side and down. Keep your torso steady as you do this. You can hold on to something if you need to because you are balancing on that left leg. You'll feel that your standing leg is also building strength. Right leg swings out and down. Try for 10 to 15 on the right. Once you're done with the side, you'll go straight into the forward leg lifts on the right. Similar sort of motion, only your leg swings and kicks forward and up. And then we'll go over to the left leg. Right now we're just doing the right side. Side leg lifts, forward leg lifts. For the forward leg lift, really kick through the heels. Kick your leg forward and up as high as it can go, lower back down, balancing on that left leg. Working that hip flexor. Once you're done with the right leg, we'll start with side leg lifts with the left leg. The left leg swings out to the side and down, both your feet parallel to one another. Once you're done the 20 on the left side, then you'll swing your left leg forward, forward leg lifts on the left. Kick through the heel, leg stays straight, torso steady, balancing on your right leg. Woo, nice job, you guys. Good kicks. Once you're done with that, come back to your mat. If you're not there already, for our posture poses, the Y's, W's, T's. Good one for your shoulders and back. Great for posture. And I'm really going to be a stickler today on technique because you're not going to get any benefit from this if you're not doing it correctly. You most likely are well, I'll just say it. A lot of you, I think, are standing just straight up for these. You're not going to really get the workout that you could be getting if you hinge forward at your hips, chest leans forward. So we'll start by feet parallel, slight bend in your knees, and then I want to see those of you who I can see this hinging forward, booty back, chest forward as you reach your arms overhead. Okay, and then from there, you're going to stay in that kind of awkward seated position. Bent knees, booty back, chest forward, arms straight up overhead. That in itself is difficult. Arms straight. And then from here, you're going to pulse your arms. Arms just stay in that Y. You're going to lean forward, booty back, pulse your arms back, and release. You should feel this in your shoulders. This one is strengthening your shoulders. Squeeze the deltoids back. Try to do 20 of these. Palms face one another as you're sinking your hips back, knees bent, gaze forward. And then from here, you're going to keep the same positioning with your legs, but you're going to switch into W's. So for these, your palms are going to face out. You're going to bend your elbows out wide, make a goalpost cactus type position with your arms. Palms face out, and then inhale, arms straight overhead. Exhale, arms bend. Inhale, straight. As you're doing this, you still need to sit in that awkward seat. Really hinge forward, chest comes forward. You're kind of gazing down now at the ground, booty back as you reach your arms up and down in the W's. These are the W's. Woo! Feeling it yet? How many of these are we doing? 20? Okay, I lost track. Try to do 20. And then from the W's, you're going to go straight into T's. This time, I still want you to keep the same positioning with your legs. Hinge back with your booty, knees bent, and your arms come out parallel, palms face the ceiling, and you're just making a T positioning now with your arms, and then pulse your arms back and release for the T's. As you do that, your arms stay straight out the whole time. They're not going to come forward really, they're just going to pulse back, and then as you release the arms, they're going to probably just come directly out beside your shoulders. Woo! Breathe in heavily yet? Sweating yet? And then when you think you're done, you're not, because now you're going to stand up straight and go straight into backward arm circles with your arms, baby backward arm circles. Ooh, I'm shedding a layer here. Good job, you guys. A few more baby backward arm circles. And then if your arms fall off, that tells me you did it. Okay, shake it out. Maybe do a few little twists from side to side. Feels good on your torso. And then we get to lower back onto our mat. Okay, and we're going to come onto our backs this time. When you get to your backs, come into preparing for, if you were to do bridge pose, a similar position for that. You're going to bend your knees, feet flat on the ground. Feet are about hip width distance. Now reach your arms alongside you, palms face down. See if you can find your heels with your fingertips. From here, keep your hands pressed down on the mat. You're going to lift your hips up to the ceiling. That's bridge pose. And then to add a fun little layer to this in honor of Bob, we're going to march. As you lift your hips up, keep them up, booty up, and then you're just marching your feet in place. Lift your right knee, then lift your left knee. Right knee, left knee. Marching as your hips are lifted. Press your arms down to help ground you here. See if you can really lift your hips. The higher you can lift your hips, the more of an exercise you're getting. Woo! Hip march. Try for about 3 to 5 more on each side. Once you're done, you'll lower all the way down. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Bring your knees in towards your chest. Arms interlace around the front of your shins and just rock from side to side. Now we're going to come into butterfly crunches for our abdominals. Remember, butterfly with your legs, same thing. Soles of your feet together, knees bent out wide in that butterfly position. Now your arms can either come with your hands resting behind your head, elbows bent out wide, similar kind of butterfly arms, to support your head as you crunch your head, shoulders, neck off the ground. You're going to lift up, crunch up, and then lower back down. Little abdominal crunches here as your legs stay in that butterfly position. Working the lower abdominals. See if you can do about 20 of these. Really think about using the lower abdominals to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up towards the ceiling and then lower back down. Elbows stay nice and wide. Use the hands to support your neck. Building strength in your core. Another 5 more if you got it. Breathing. Nice, you guys. And then lower down for a rest. Got one more for our abdominals here. This one is the horizontal scissor kicks. So for this one, go ahead and extend your legs straight out. Place your hands flat on the ground and then lift your booty and slide your hands underneath your booty so that you have your hips kind of lifted a little bit because they're resting. You're using your hands to support your low back. So you're resting your hips on top of your palm, on the top of your hands. And then for horizontal scissor kicks, you're going to lift your legs and begin to open your legs like a V, and then cross right ankle over left, and then open to a V, left ankle over right, scissoring your legs horizontally. Maybe you can only do 5 of these. Maybe you can do 10. Maybe you can only do 1. Maybe you can do 20. I don't care. Keep your legs straight out. Woo! And keep your head down, resting. Breathing. This is a tough one. Try to challenge yourself. Go just past your limit and then drop your legs when you need to. Take a breath. Reach your arms overhead. Full body stretch. And then from here, you're going to roll over to the right. Roll onto your right side. And then lift up and rest on your right forearm. We're kind of just resting on our right side, resting on our right forearm. Your left hand can just naturally fall down and help yourself, kind of support yourself with the left hand as well. Legs are straight, and we're just going to lift and lower the left leg up and down. These are just leg lifts. So try to do about 20 of these right here. We're going to stay on our right side. Just lift the top leg up and then lower it back down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Stay prop up on your right forearm. Feel the burn on the outer left glute. Woo! Once you're done with the leg lift, we're going to bend our knees, stack them on top of one another. These are going to be the little clamshells. For this one, you're going to lift the left knee, keep the feet touching, just lift the top knee and lower back down. Your knees are bent now. The little clamshells. Same sort of action here. Lift and lower, knees are bent. Feet stay together. Lift the top knee and lower it back down. About 20 of these. Working the outer left glute still, and then we'll switch. Once you're done with this side, roll over onto your left side. We'll do the same thing. We'll start with leg lifts on the left side. Okay, we'll be propped up now on our left forearm. Use your right hand for balance as you lift the right leg up and down, up and down. Also working your side obliques. Whew. I'm gonna be sore from this class, I think. All right, so 20 leg lifts with the right leg on top, and then you'll transition into the clamshells where your knees are bent back on top of one another, and you'll just lift the right knee towards the ceiling and down. Ankles stay touching the whole time. And then once you've evened out both sides, we'll come back to rest on our backs. Once you're on your backs, we're just going to do little windshield wipers to loosen up your low back. Bend your knees, place your feet flat on the ground, lying on your back. Allow your legs to fall all the way to the right and then all the way to the left. Bringing your arms out wide, palms face the ceiling. Just rock your knees all the way to the left and then up and to the right. A little gentle twist in your back. Good, and then we'll meet with our knees back in center. Drop your left leg straight down. Squeeze your right knee towards the outside of your right rib cage. Your hands are interlaced around the front of the right shin. Just pause and hold that squeeze here. Head resting down. Draw your chin towards your chest. And then from here, we'll draw that knee across our bodies over to the left for supine twist. Right arm extends wide, palm faces the ceiling. Your left hand can help draw the right knee towards the ground. Turn your head towards your extended right arm. Continue to draw the right shoulder blade down. A few breaths here. Nice twist in your spine. Inhale, come back to center and drop your right leg down. Squeeze your left knee in towards your chest. Hands interlaced around the front of the left shin. Take a moment here, just squeeze the left knee to the outside of your left rib cage. Draw your chin towards your chest. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Then from here, come into supine twist. Draw your knee across your body over to the right. Left arm extends out to the side, palm faces the ceiling. Take your right hand, help draw the knee towards the ground as you twist. Turn your head towards your extended left arm. Draw that left shoulder blade down. A few breaths here in supine twist. Inhale back to center. Draw both knees in one more time. Give yourself a hug. Rock from side to side. Practicing self-love, self-care. Thank yourself for showing up today, dedicating this hour to you. Getting out any last final movements here, whatever you need to do before our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. For Shavasana, you really want to lie in stillness, laying on your back, arms out wide, legs out wide. Close your eyes. Slowing down one more time, tapping into your breath here. Feel the rise and fall of your heart and your stomach. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, just being here in the moment with your breath. Continue to deepen your breath each inhale and exhale. I'm going to read a quote here from our 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. This is around the law of a detachment. It states that in detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom and uncertainty lies the freedom from our past, from the unknown, from the known, which is the prison of past conditioning. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. And with that, we'll begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes. And bend your knees and place your feet flat on the ground. When you're ready, we'll roll over to one side and slowly make our way back to seated. You can keep your eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Taking a moment to find gratitude. Thinking of something in your life that you are grateful for. One more inhale through your nose. Your open mouth exhale. Namaste. Virtual hugs. Sending love.